production software that is basically free. You can get a free version of it online, and then schools are providing it as well to students for free. So I'm going to show you guys how to use this, but also talk a little bit about music more broadly. And yeah, I will be taking a look at your chat to get some input from you guys. My goal here is to be making music with you. So we're going to be working together as kind of one big session here to make some stuff happen. So before I jump into it, I just want to remind everybody there is a survey on the Grid Summit Instagram. Please fill that out. If you fill out that survey, you'll be entered into a raffle to win a pair of Beats headphones, but you got to be in the living room by 4. So make sure that you do that. And then also there's a mural going on that the link for that will be in the chat. Okay, cool. So again, my name is Lawrence Gray. I am the director of Young Producers Group. You can find us online, youngproducersgroup.com, or on Instagram at Young Producers Group. But enough talking. Let's get into Soundtrap. So can we get my screen up here? Okay, folks, cool. Can I get just some sort of read from the group? Is anybody already making music? Please put in the chat if you are already making music of any kind. That can be you're a singer, maybe you're already using music production software. Give me some sort of sign if you are already doing something with music. Ooh, Dante makes mashups. That's pretty sick. Okay, awesome. We got some piano players. Jim's on GarageBand. Okay, sweet. So it sounds like we have some people don't, some people do. That's great. That's great. So if you have any questions, if something is not making sense, if you want to know more, please let me know and I will dig into it. But I'm going to try to explain things as simply as I can. Anybody here already using Soundtrap? Does anybody have Soundtrap available to them with their school? No? Okay, for sure. So Soundtrap is a really amazing program that is available online. So it's a website that you can use and go to on a Chromebook, on a Mac, on whatever. You go to soundtrap.com and you're able to get into this studio. And for me, what I love about it is, using a more professional program like I normally use, like Ableton Live or Logic Pro or something like that, there's a pretty high barrier to entry, right? You need to learn a lot of stuff and it can be kind of hard. With Soundtrap, you can get going right away. And you really don't need to have any sort of musical knowledge at all. So we're going to get going by playing with some loops. So on the right side here, you see we have this little circle with a music note inside of it. When we click that brings up what we call the loop tab. And we can find all different kinds of loops in here. If we want to, we can search for stuff, but we also have different options of things that we can choose. So let's try to find something that we can use as the foundation of our beat. And I want to get started with like a piano. So let's say, okay, piano, I'm going to click this piano option. And then it's Friday. Let's make it some sort of trap piano. So now when I hover my mouse over one of these loops, it gives me a preview of that. Can you guys hear that okay? Coming through all right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm going to scroll around. So Soundtrap has a whole team of people that are making these loops all day, and they sound great. Let's keep going. Okay, these are nice. Ooh. Piano Sad Boy sounds cool. So I'm going to load this one up, all right? I'm going to double click on it, and it's going to add it to what we call our timeline. Boom. And now we see this little red, what we call a region, is here on my screen, playing that loop for us. Now let's see, I think that Soundtrap has some additional sad boy loops. So if I go here, let's go type sad boy, even though I'm a happy boy, but let's find sad boy. I dig that. That sounds good. I'm gonna double click to load that up. Now I have two loops, a piano and a synth, which is short for synthesizer, going at the same time. So let's play these together. Oop, not in the loop tab. Let's do it here, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we have the piano and the synth going at the same time. This is cool, but I feel like we need some drums. And Soundtrap has a really great option here for me to be using drums. I could keep using loops, but I want to show you guys now a different way of using Soundtrap, actually using instruments. And I see somebody with a Dodgers shirt on. Go Dodgers. That's awesome. So if we go here, I'm going to go to this little option right here, which is called the Patterns Beatmaker. Click that. It's going to automatically create a new track. And now, folks, we see at the bottom, we have a grid. This grid represents our patterns, right, where we are able to make our different patterns. So for example, I'm going to solo this track by hitting this little headphone. And now I'm going to add in a drum beat. Let's loop this up. And what I'm going to do here, this top row is kick drums. A kick drum is a bassy, like boom, boom, boom. So if I go here and let's just put on every downbeat here, boom, 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 boom. That's what a kick drum sounds like. A snare drum is something that goes like in the middle frequencies. And it sounds like this. And a hi-hat is a higher sound. Wait, I see somebody. Is that a bird on your shoulder, young lady? Dope, dude.
What if they have the free version? Is this different if you have a free version?
So if you have the free version of Soundtrap, you still have the Patterns Beatmaker. You're not going to have all of the loops, but you'll still be able to have the Patterns Beatmaker. You'll still have access to the loops. You'll be able to have not everything that's included, but a lot of it. Yeah. And here's hi-hats. Okay, hi-hats are higher pitch. So you've got low, kick, snare in the middle, hi-hats on top. Now, this group of sounds is called the vanilla kit, the vanilla machine. It's all right. I'm not crazy about it. So let's click here to get a different drum machine going. There's one hip hop kit that I really like called Brampton. And if I wanted to preview it, I could just click on this little play button and it'll give me a preview. Right, so here, for example, if I wanted to hear the dubstepper, right, like that's what that kit sounds like. But let's use Brampton. So double click, load it up, and now our sounds are the Brampton kick, snare, and hi-hats. All right, folks, let's get rolling here on a drum beat to go underneath my piano and my synth. So I'm going to roll back to the beginning. So I'm thinking like we want hi-hats. I'm hearing my hi-hats first. So I'm going to add these on. And maybe I want it to be a little bit. Okay. And now I want to have a little snare. So let's add that in there. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. So as we can see, guys, I am making the pattern here, and it's looping this first and second section. So just to illustrate this point crystal clear, we should be able to see right here, there's these tiny dots on top of my grid. Every time this dot goes over one of the squares, it's gonna play whatever sounds are there, right? So here we have a kick and a hi-hat. So we're gonna hear a kick and a hi-hat, kick and a hi-hat. Here we would just hear the hi-hat. Let's keep listening and see if you get what I'm saying. Do we see the way that this is set up, guys? Makes sense? Any questions so far? Peyton Smith says that it's hard and that they like it. Thank you, Peyton. Appreciate that. I want to add some more sounds to this. It feels like just these two sections is not quite enough. I want to make it longer. So if I go up to my region here, I can go to this bottom section, and you know what? Let's see if I can. I'm gonna get a little bit fancy here. I've been using Soundtrap for a while. I've gotten pretty expert with it. I'm gonna go into the piano roll and copy this over so I can just do this and go quickly. So now let's go back to the patterns. I wanna get some new sounds. I know inside this Brampton kit, there's like a zzz, zzz, like a trappy kind of cool thing. So I'm gonna go add a sound, and let's get this mid-tom is one that I know that I like. And this mid-tom 2 is one that I know that I like. So I'm going to slide now to 4 and 5, or to 3 and 4. And here, ooh, that's what I want. There we go. Okay. So to this point, we've used 2 loops. We've used a drum kit, right, with the patterns beat maker to set up the foundation of our beat. Now I'm hearing one more thing that I want to add to this, but before we do, I want to check in with everybody. Does anybody have questions about what I've done? Want to learn more about any musical concept I've discussed so far? Don't be shy, folks. You can put it in the chat. Well, I'm explaining everything so perfect, nobody's got questions. If you want to make a rock beat, Dante, we can absolutely do that as well. So like here, let's just do that as a quick example to make sure that everybody's interests are being explored. So watch, if I bring these back, I can go to my loop tab, and let's find some rock guitar. Go here. Scroll down. Is there any way we can turn the speakers up just a little bit so I can hear them a little bit better? Okay, so let's use that. So I'm going to drop this in here. Here we have, and let's cycle now this section. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Now, I could go to my patterns beat maker, make a new one, and here, instead of having it be a drum machine, I can go to my kits, which are like different drum kits, and I know that this one's a cool rock one. So load that up, and let's get rolling here. So I'm gonna make a region, and we are right here. So Dante, you ready? Yeah, exactly. The portal to doom opens up. Here we go. So let's see what kind of, we can make this like a heavy, obviously I really like metal. It's one of my favorite bands right here. Okay, and let's get a little snare. Ready. Getting a little too hard on the shoulder. Okay. So it's the same deal, right? We take, this is the 70s kit, Dante, right? We see it's 70s. But they have a lot of great sounding kits, a lot of really great sounding kits. You know, everything from like more jazz kind of sounds to a more sort of folk sound. Lots of cool options. So yeah, guys, I think this is part of the thing that I really love about Soundtrap so much is you can use it to make absolutely anything, right? There's no limits to what your creativity can lead you to with this. Okay. Back to our hip hop here. No hip hop beat is complete without some big bass, right? So to do this, guys, I am going to make use of another kind of instrument. I'm going to go add track. Oh, add new track. And I want to go to guitars and bass. But I want to specifically use the basses that are called 808s. Okay, 808. An 808 is a classic drum machine, but we refer generally to 808s to these big, fat, heavy kick drums. So we have all these different options. And again, just like I previewed my different drum kits, I can preview my different sounds by pressing play. So let's see. Okay, that's what the bitty 808 sounds like. Pretty heavy. All right, that one's actually pretty nice. Angry 808. That might be a little nuts. Okay, let's try this hangry 808. So just like before, I loaded it up. And now, guys, we see on the bottom, we have a keyboard, right? And I'm playing it with my computer keyboard right here. We can see on the bottom of the keys, Z, X, C, V, B, right? So we're playing the different keys just like that. So let's see, if I am in the key, it says I'm in the key of A minor, telling me what key my loop is in. Okay, now that sounds cool. I want to take these and let's loop these out longer. So I'm gonna make it 8 bars. And I'm gonna try, even though my rhythm is not so hot, to record a 808 part here, all right? So if I wanna record, there is a record symbol somewhere on my screen. Does anybody see where the, oh, and I see actually Zeke has a question. This messing with my brain, not seeing A, B, C. So if we look here, right, on the actual instrument, right, if we see the C key right here, right, it says C1. If I hit the Z key on my computer keyboard, I know it's a lot of keys to keep straight, but if I hit the Z key, that's gonna play the C key. X will play D, C, E, so on, up the keyboard. Zeke, does that make a little bit more sense, bro? Yeah? Yeah, I know, it's a little weird. You know, music production, music technology, you're still absolutely making music, but it's a little bit more abstract, right? There's something a little bit different about it than traditional, like just sitting it down to the piano. But, you know, with this, you have the power to make an entire song, right? You have the power to do really incredible things, but it is a little bit like, you have to kind of think about things a little bit differently. And I should say, you know, Young Producers Group, we have curricula around this. We have curricula around a bunch of different programs. If this is something that you're interested in, we would love to set you guys up with this and get you guys making music and get you trained to make the music that you want to make. Okay, so I am going to try recording. Let me make sure it's okay. N is my A. Okay, I think that sounds cool. So does anybody see the record button on my screen? Does anybody see a record button? Yeah, bottom left. What is it? What is it? What shape am I looking for my record button? The red button, right, the circle. Recording is always a circle, and usually it's a red circle. So I see some requests for more of like a lo-fi kind of thing. Let's get going here, and I'm going to record a kick drum here, kick drum part. So. Okay, sweet. So here's my recording. And let's bring this back. I'm actually going to do just a quick splice on this. So I'm going to cut this region in half. Let's go split region. Split region. Thank you for your patience, guys. And now I'm just going to copy this bro back. Let's take all of these and I'm going to merge them into one region. And now my timing is not perfect, so I'm going to make use of a thing called quantizing. And let's quantize this to eighth notes. Okay, so I see Monica asked, what is something that we can take away from this? I think the big thing to take away from this is that making music is not that hard. When you have a program like Soundtrap, or even just like GarageBand on your phone, it's really not that hard, and it's something that you really shouldn't be scared of. And if it's something that you're excited about, you should absolutely try doing it. Here I'm showing you how to work with loops, how to work with basic instruments, and how to work, we're about to do a little bit of recording with Soundtrap. So Monica, does that make sense? Does that sound good? If you have any specific questions where you want to learn more about something that I'm doing, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat or unmute yourself. So let's listen now, folks, to our beat here with the piano, the synth, the drum machine, and the bass. Okay, so just to review, and then we're going to, okay, so Jim Bruce says, you mentioned key. What key are you referring to? This is a great question. So if we look at the very bottom of my screen, we see A lowercase m. That is short for A minor. What that means, folks, is out of the 12 different notes that we have available to us, right? C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, all the way up to C, that's 12 notes. Which of those 12 notes are we gonna pick? Generally, we pick 7 out of the 12, and A minor is just all of the white keys. So it would just be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then back up to A. So basically, we're just saying which notes are we gonna pick to work together? Does that make sense, Bruce? Yeah, cool. I mean, that's a very broad explanation of it. Again, in our curriculum, we dig really deep into how to think about this and how to write notes or write melodies and stuff that all work within one key. Okay, so to get us started, I went and I got this sad boy loop from my loop tab, double-clicked to add it in, got another loop to fill it out. Then I got going with this Brampton drum machine from the Patterns Beatmaker. And then I got going with a big fat 808 for the bass. And we have something here that I think sounds not terrible. Before we start recording, are there any other questions about what I've done? It can be about this music here. It can be about music production in general. Or if you want to just tell me, I'm open to whatever you guys have to share. I'm going to give you guys just another minute before we start the crazy part here of actually recording me singing, which I will do against my better judgment. So Dante says, what should I use for a rock beat? There are all different kinds of rock loops, right? So part of the beauty here of Dante is if you go to your loop tab and you hit this rock button, every single thing that appears here, as we can see, all kinds of bass, all kinds of drums, all kinds of guitar, all kinds of sound effects, all kinds of stuff. These are all rock sounds. And then if I want to add an instrument, right, I could go here, just add new track, right? Let's do that guitars and bass again. If I go here to guitar and bass, let's go to rock, right? Let's see, what does this one sound like? So this is the mountaintop lead. I'm gonna load that up. And now I'm playing it with my computer keyboard. And I can shred it. How do you work with the instruments, like creating new sounds? Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways I can do that. So someone asked earlier, how do I make this more of like a lo-fi type beat? So if I went, for example, to this Brampton kit, I'm gonna solo this. Let's bring it back. If I go here now, hit show instrument, I can go into these effects and I can change the way this sounds. So if I wanted to, I can use this reverb and make it sound like it's in a big room. So we're creating new sounds here. Or I can go add effect. We got all these different ways that we can control it. Let's make this sound a little bit more lo-fi. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of some bass. I'm gonna get rid of some high frequencies. Right now it sounds like it's kind of coming out of a small speaker. Right? More like of a lo-fi kind of sound. Now this pattern itself is pretty trappy, so I don't know if it's really appropriate for more of like a lo-fi thing. But to your point about lo-fi, if I go here into my loop tab and type lo-fi, we've got all these really cool lo-fi sounds, right? So there's some lo-fi drums, these dusty chords. If that ain't lo-fi, I don't know what is. And there's also some nice guitar lo-fi stuff that I think is really cool. Someone who's asking about lo-fi, I'm looking at the chat here. So David asks, we could add some of these kind of loops in here. I see Zeke also asks, what is my line of work in the music industry? My focus more than anything is on bringing music technology into K through 12 schools. I'm a producer and a DJ as well. So back when clubs were a thing, I used to DJ in clubs. I'm sure I will one day again. But really my focus is on young producers group and helping young people like yourself make music. So I want to make sure, so Monica Vu asks, how can you make something R&B using Soundtrap? 100%, same thing, right? So if I go type R and B, now we've got all this R&B type stuff here. The whole Midnight sound pack. There's a lot of really cool ones. So, yeah, there's really no limit to the stuff that you can make. How do people normally make it to the music industry with type of talent or skill, asks Luigi. You know, it's really interesting, Luigi. I've had several alumni of Young Producers Group go on to do some pretty amazing things in the music industry, and everybody does it differently. I think you just really need to find what it is that you are excellent at, what it is that you are kind of like, what's your superhero? Like, what's your superpower? And then really focus on that, right? If you are really good at writing songs, write songs for yourself, write songs for other people. If you're really good at playing guitar, go with that. I think the thing to understand is it's different for each person, and there's not one way to do it, which is kind of cool, right? Because there's only really one way. If you want to be, you know, a lawyer, you got to go to law school. If you want to be a doctor, you got to go to medical school. There's no one way to be a musician, and some of the most successful, most famous musicians have had very little traditional schooling. So anybody can do it, and I think that's part of the cool thing. It's not easy, right? It's a very challenging industry, but there's a lot of opportunity. Sergio, I see the grid thing is selected. They're seeing my thing big, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Any other questions before we get recording? You guys are all asking great questions here. Is Young Producers in LA? Yes, we are, but we work with schools in Fresno. We work with schools in the Bay Area. Our online curriculum works with, you know, we work with schools up and down California. And, you know, we're very, especially in COVID days, we're very online enabled. Yeah, so how do you download Soundtrap for education? Any teachers that are interested, any students that are interested, reach out to me. I have a great relationship with Soundtrap people. They are very invested in education, and it's not free for schools, but they make it very affordably priced. So, okay, and I don't work for Soundtrap. Young Producers Group is its own thing. So, okay, we've got 15 minutes left. I want to do a little bit of recording here. So I'm going to ask the group, what should we write some lyrics about? If this is our drum beat, or if this is our beat, what's our song going to be about here? If you got an idea for something you want to make a song about, put it in the chat. I got It's a Hard Knock Life, Shelter in Place. Give me some more. Give me some more. I want at least 2 more ideas from the squad here. Getting the bag. I'm not sure what that means. Let's get another one. The world getting fired. Is it July or Monday? Wait a second. That's kind of genius. Is it July or Monday? I don't know if that makes any sense, but I like that. So we're gonna rock with that. Thank you, Zeke. Is it July or Monday? So all right, I'm gonna write these lyrics down here. Is it July or Monday? What rhymes with Monday? Sunday, yeah. Fun day, free play. Okay, sweet. So is it July? So, okay, let's get speaking. Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Okay, sweet. Eating an ice cream sundae. So, is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? So we have okay, doomsday, train for May, fun day. What's something that doesn't have day in it? Okay was one. Hyundai. Oh, Bill Funkhauser. That's sick. Okay, so maybe like driving real fast in my Hyundai. Jam, guys. This is jam. So is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast in my Hyundai. Ooh. That's amazing, guys. That is pretty sick. Okay, so I think here, I think I need to make this twice as long. So I'm gonna highlight all of these and we're gonna drag it out to the 17. So we have 16 bars. And this beat is actually in double time. So it's really 8 bars, but that's fine. So folks, I'm going to delete the guitar, not duplicate, delete. And we're gonna make a new track here. And I'm gonna do voice. Now for this one, I'm going to switch my output from the headphone jack on my computer to my audio interface, which is this guy right here, so that I'm able to hear it. Or you know what? Then you guys are just literally gonna hear me sing. So let's keep it on the headphones, I think, for now. It's probably a better bet. Let me just say, I am no singer. My goal here is to show that anybody can make music, even if you are not necessarily cut out for singing. And Soundtrap has auto-tune, so we're gonna be making use of that. So I click this record enable. It says, ask me, am I using headphones? I'm not using headphones. So it's gonna turn monitoring off, which is gonna make it where the mic is not gonna be coming out of the speakers. That's good. Okay, but we see here that it's coming in, right? If I look on the bottom left here, we see that it's coming in nice and hot. We don't want it to be too loud though. Check, 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 check. All right, so I'm just gonna freestyle here, folks. Get ready for a treat. Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast in my Hyundai. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna click this start recording button and it is going to, bring me in here. So here we go. Oh, I missed my entrance here. All right, here we go. Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast in my Hyundai. Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast in my Hyundai. Can I get a big round of applause? Clap it up, folks. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's see if this works. I'm now going to solo this. Is it July or Monday? Sick. Okay, so now, folks, check it out. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to click on this audio region, and I'm going to select auto-tune. Okay, now we are using G minor, or A minor rather, so I'm going to select, okay, let's do A minor, which is actually the same thing as C major. Let's do it heavy, hit save. It is now auto-tuning my vocals. Yes. And let's do some effects on this. We want to compress this bad boy. Compressor. All right. Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast in my Hyundai. Is it July or Monday? Oh, eating it. I think it's out of time here. Okay, I'm going to do a quick save. If something gets out of time like this, it's actually a pretty easy fix. You just got to do a refresh. And there she goes. Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Time issues are still there. Real fast in my Hyundai. Is it July? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. It looks like I need to do a little bit of surgery here. I'm gonna turn the magnet off so I can make it off the grid, and I'm gonna try to just scoot this over. Let's see. Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast in my Hyundai. Boom! Is it July or Monday? Now, I know we only have another minute or two left, but I would love it if we could to get somebody in the group to add something here. So what I'm going to do here, folks, is I'm going to make it where we are not going to hear anything out of the speakers. And I would just love somebody, if you're feeling down, just to say like, yeah, or literally anything you want into the microphone, and I will record you. So I'm going to go, can you put in the chat if you're down? Literally can just be like, yes. Okay, so Dante says that he's down. Dante, can you say July and Monday, just July and Monday, just those two words? Does that sound good, Dante? Or if Annabelle says that she's down, Dante, can I have you say July and Annabelle says Monday? Is that cool? Give me a yes. Oh, you're just gonna say
I can't really hear you. My phone's really low. I mean the sound for some reason.
Oh, you can't hear me now?
Yeah, I just can't hear you that loud. That's why I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Oh no. Okay, Annabelle, you can't hear me?
Yes, I just can't. You're just not that loud.
Oh, really? How about now?
Yes.
Has it been hard to hear me this whole time? I hope not.
Not the whole time. Just like after you recorded the sound, I think.
Okay, for sure. So Annabelle, can I have you say July and Monday? Is that cool?
Okay.
All right, and then Zeke, I'm going to come to you, and or Dante, I'm going to come to you, and you're just going to say something random. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go back to the beginning here, and let's just mute all these tracks just to make sure we don't have any noise. I'm not using headphones. All right, here we go. All right, Annabelle, when you're ready.
After school.
So, oh, sorry. Do I just
say
say?
July.
Oh.
July.
Oh, July.
Just
July,
not
Monday.
no O or just July.
Oh, July.
Monday.
Monday.
July.
July.
Nice, nice. Hey, can we give Annabelle a round of applause, please, folks? Well done, Annabelle. Well done, Annabelle. So that looked like that was actually a pretty good level. I might boost it just a touch. Okay, let's get another recording here. Zeke, you were going to say something random. Go for it.
Leroy Jenkins.
All right, Leroy Jenkins, making it happen. I'm going to stop that. That was pretty incredible. Very nice.
I just died right now.
And then I saw another person wanted to say yeet. Who said yeet?
I shall join that one.
Dante, are you cool with that? You want to say yeet?
Sure.
All right, bro.
Yeet!
One more time.
Yeet!
Even hard like the first one.
Yeet!
Boom, boom. Okay. Can we clap it up for Dante and Zeke giving us some serious flavor, and Annabelle, thank you so much. That was amazing, guys. I know we've only got 5 minutes left, so I wanna make sure that we add these in here. So I'm gonna.
Oh, July.
Nice. So that's Annabelle. That's Annabelle killing it.
Monday.
So there we go. We got the Monday right there. So I'm gonna go here, split this. We don't need all that stuff before.
Monday.
July. And then I'm gonna split again right here. Annabelle, I'm so proud of you, dude. Takes real bravery to get on the mic like that. Excellent, excellent work. And here's our July. So we got Monday, we got July. Let's make a new track. And here we got Leroy Jenkins. This is going to be some serious fire here.
Leroy Jenkins.
Wow. Wow, Dante, that was, or Zeke, that was serious fire. I'm curious what happens when I auto-tune this. What happens when I auto-tune Leroy Jenkins?
Oh
Leroy Jenkins.
Yes, dude.
no. Please
That is
auto-tune me.
that is staying in just like that. And then we got yeets. So let's get these yeets in the mix. Yeet number 1 was good, but yeet number 2 was serious fire. So we're going to get that in there. Here's yeet from my boy Dante.
Yeet.
Amazing. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I know we are just about out of time. We're going to add these in. So my recording was better on the second half anyway. So we're going to get started with this big fat Leroy Jenkins. Wait, that sounds amazing. So let's get my magnet back on. And so we got, sorry, one more. Yes. Another Leroy. I'm gonna take these.
Is it July or Monday?
And then we're gonna get this Monday. Drop it right there. And you know what? I think we need to auto-tune this as well. Guys, while we are finishing up, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here with me. I apologize for the slow start. If you have any questions, if you want to know more about this, you can find us again on Instagram at Young Producers Group, or you can email us on youngproducersgroup.com. It's contact@youngproducersgroup.com. Contact@youngproducersgroup.com. We are also able to give Ableton Live to students and schools for free. So any teachers that have access to that stuff, we can make that happen.
Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday?
Okay, now I know we are just about out of time. We have to hear this whole song together.
Wait.
Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast in my Hyundai. Is it July?
All right, so again, my name is Lawrence. Young Producers Group is the program. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you want to go to the raffle, you got to go to the living room. That will be announced, I think, right at 4:30. But you got to be in the chat to get your raffle tickets. Again, guys, if you want to know more, find us on Instagram at Young Producers Group. Oh, can't hear me. Can't hear me.
Can we put a link as what we want to put for the mosaic grid thingy?
No, it should. They should hear me. You guys can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? My voice is very low. How about now? You guys can hear me, right?
It's really low, but we can hear.
Oh, okay. Sergio, we got. All right. So you're gonna go to the living room to be able to hear that, or to get your raffle tickets. And folks, thank you again for hanging out. Find us on Instagram at Young Producers Group.
I have one last question. Are we able to submit like a link for the mosaic for the grid? Like
Yeah,
notify us?
That link is in the chat.
No, like if we were to make like a song and we can't download it, are we able to put in like a link?
That's a very good question. Yes, you can. So put that link in there and we'll get you set up with it.
All right, thank you.
Totally. If there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. If not, I'm going to let our brilliant song here take us out. Here we go.
Is it July or Monday? Eating an ice cream sundae. Is it July or Monday? Driving real fast.